Well, hello everybody, welcome to Vinyl Treasures. I'm your host, Johnny G, John Galindo, coming to you live each and every Saturday, only here on YouTube. We'll be joining Oldies and More Radio beginning at midnight tonight. I want to welcome you to the June 15th, 2024 Vinyl Treasure Show, halfway through the month already, and time flies when you're having fun, so thank you all for being here. It's the 1950s and early 60s edition. We're here from 9 p.m. till midnight with a little bit of overtime here. Have to first say I was bombarded by emails about Wednesday's show. So what happened was I played a record by Bob and Earl called the Harlem Shuffle. Evidently, the copyright police didn't really like that. So they shut me down. It never happened before. They shut me down for 40, I think it was about 40 minutes. 40 minutes. Usually it's back in, maybe a minute at the longest. They say temporarily shut down, but they shut it down. And I came back. I still continued with the show because I was broadcasting live on Oldies and More Radio. So that continued, but that never happened to me before. So I knew that the show wasn't going to be up. I mean, it was up, but then it was blank for 40 minutes. And then you see me at the end. So I removed the song. They allowed me to remove the song, but they still did not post it. So, and they say, well, even though you removed the song, it may not post. So I said to them, I filed a dispute. I said, look, I don't own the contents of these records that I play. Maybe a lot are public domain. I mean, at least here on the 50's show. So I said, the show is both entertainment and historical in nature for the information that I give out on these groups and the labels and the owners and the writers and everything else. So I said, I would hope you would allow me to at least for the other songs to be played. So I said, I'm sorry that I didn't know. If I knew that you didn't want your record played, I wouldn't have played it. But I don't know ahead of time. I don't know. I just play the records. So they came back and they said, sorry, no. You have been turned down. So I was pissed. I said, you know what? Screw you. So those people that have been contacting me, I've been sending them the vinyltreasures.net show. Now, I don't know if they're like, you'll have me under the microscope or what, but that's what happened on the Wednesday show. So I apologize for that, but I did send the show out to people to listen to, and I feel bad for the people over in the UK because they like that soul show that I do. But anyway, that was the deal. But let's talk about what we opened up with, a cool instrumental. That was band leader Charles Walker and band on Danny Robinson's Holiday record label. The song was called Driving Home Part 2. I like Part 2 better than Part 1 because this side features James Spurrill, I think that's how you pronounce it. He was on guitar, and Maurice Simon, he was on the tenor sax. This was a number 28 record on WITH in Baltimore, Maryland, and the guitarist James Spurrill, he has his own releases. I think on Everlast, I think in 1958, him and his band, and I think another record that I have. And also Maurice Simon has a release in 1967, I think on the Calla label, Carnival Records in 67, as Maurice Simon and the Piemen. I forget what the name of it is. See, they want me to insert ads right now. No way, no ads during the show. That's what they want me to do. They just told me right there on the screen. No way, that ain't happening. But anyway, that was a cool instrumental there from December 56. Charles Walker and band on the Holiday label, Driving Home Part 2. The flip side is Part 1. But let's kick it off here. All requests tonight. I think I only added one record from 55 here, a flip side from last week. But let's open up with a flip side request for listener Daryl Letts in our YouTube chat room as this group. They're from Brooklyn, New York. Last week I featured a request for Paul Michel. He requested the B-side of their only release, came out on Morty Craft's Melba record label. The song was called D.I. Let's give a listen to the up-tempo flip side. This is the A-side, co-written by the lead singer of the group. His name is Bill Witt. A song that I first heard on the Gus Gossard Show way back in the early 1970s. So from 1957 for Darrellettes. Here are the Rockettones on Melba with their tune called Mexico. The only thing wrong with that record is the ending. They just like cut it. It should have faded out is what they should have done with that record, but unfortunately they did not. There you go. That's for Darrellettes in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of the Rockettones, Bill Witt and the Rockettones, 1957. On the Melba record label, Mexico is the name of the tune. We'll send that one out to Adrian Viterbo. He is listening in Mexico. Johnny G here on a Saturday. If you're new to the program, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and tell your friends about it there. Click the thumbs up if you dig what Johnny G is doing. We do this every Saturday from 9 to midnight, and we count down the music chronologically here on the Saturday show, and we'll be doing it this coming Thursday, by the way, with the 1 o'clock show in the afternoon with all 78s. But let's fill a request here for listener Casey Hines, this group from Columbus, Ohio. First recording for the Capitol label in late 1948, but in early 49 they recorded a number of musical shorts for Video Varieties. That was a subsidiary of United Artists Pictures, and they would show these performances. I think they were a cappella, if I'm not mistaken. Well, Marv Goldberg said on TV, but I think They were shown in movie theaters also. I think they did about 13 of them, which is pretty cool. When you're sitting between, the coming attractions and whatnot, they would show like something. So you'd have this group singing. But they signed with Bess Berman's Apollo label in late 1949. They held their first session on November 14th of 1949. And their first release on Apollo in May of 50 was a song called 5 O'Clock Blues, back with Cool Saturday Night. But at that session where they recorded that tune, there were two others they did that were not released, at least not immediately. One side was called I Wonder, which was a remake of the Cecil Grant 1944 hit, and the other side was called Hesitating Fool. And I guess for some reason, Bess Berman thought that the side I Wonder was ahead of its time, so she released it in September of 1955, but Casey Hines requested the flip side of the 45. So let's give it a spin here originally from 1949, but this copy released in September of 55 on the Apollo label. It features Eugene Strider on lead. Let's give a listen to the Striders on Apollo. This is for Casey Hines. It's called Hesitating Fool.
Hesitating fool, and that's what I've always been. Whatever game I play, I feel the same old way, for I can't seem to win. I'm a hesitating fool, I can't even get a start. The phrases that I say all seem to disobey the feelings in my heart. I need somebody who I could give my confidence to. I hope someday to find just the one I have in mind. I'm a hesitating fool, I'll always be that way too. Unless by turn of fate I wouldn't hesitate if I met one like you. I need somebody who I could give my confidence to. I hope someday to find just the one I have in mind. I'm a hesitating fool, I'll always be that way too. Unless by turn of fate I wouldn't hesitate if I met one like you.
There you go. That is actually that 45 released in September 1955, recorded in their first session where they did on November of 1949. Those are the Striders. Eugene Strider on lead. That's by request for Casey Hines. Hesitating Fool is the name of that one on Bess Berman's Apollo record label. And here is another request here, very similar to the one we just heard, because this one was released in November of 1953. It was recorded, though, in December of 1950, or actually was first released, I should say, in December of 1950. This is a request for listener Frank Gingaro, the group from Washington, D.C., it's on Randy Wood's Dot record label. This first came out on Dot Records on a 78, December 1950. But Dot would reissue it in November of 53. Why? I don't know, but they did. So technically, it is their I don't know what their second release on Dot, we can say. I don't know, but it features Sherman Buckner on lead. This is going out to Frank Gingaro. From November 53, although recorded and first released in December of 1950. The Captains on Dot. It's called With All My Love.
With all my love, I give to you this rose. And with it, my heart goes to. If we should part, why heaven only knows, my darling, what I would do. It seems as though my finding you was meant to be. You've made this world a lovely paradise for me. So here I stand, I'm yours, dear, to command forever, with all my love. It seems as though my finding you was meant to be. You've made this world a lovely paradise for me. So here I stand, I'm yours, dear, to command forever, with all my love. With all my love.
As by request for Frank Gingaro, those are, all right, the Captains. I said Captains. It's not. The Captains. No, that one there originally released on Randy Wood's Dot Records in December of 50, re-released in December of 53 on a 45 with Sherman Buckner. He's the lead singer on that. With All My Love is the name of the tune. Of course, a member of that group, Harmon Bethea, he was a member of that group, sang with a bunch of other groups. Also, he was in this very successful 60's career as Masked Man and the Agents, but he will return later on in the program here as we continue here on the Vinyl Treasures Show. And I didn't have any requests in 54, So we're going to move it to 1955 here and fill a request for listener Gordy Freeman, as tomorrow is Father's Day, and he wants to send this tune out to my sister Tony for Father's Day on behalf of my father, Giovanni Galindo, who is, I think he's tuned into the program downstairs. He has trouble hearing with his hearing aids and whatnot, but I'm sure my sister is telling him about this. And it's by the Mills Brothers here. This song was first issued originally in February of 1950 on the Decca label, came out on the 78th, and Decca would re-release it with a different flip in June of 55. That's how I have it. I might have the 78 too, for all that I know. But it features Donald Mills on lead in celebration of Father's Day tomorrow. We'll send it out to all the fathers out there for their daughters. This is June 55, the Mills Brothers on Decca with Daddy's Little Girl.
You're the end of the rainbow, my pot of gold. You're daddy's little girl to have and hold. A precious gem is what you are. Your mommy's bright and shining star. You're the spirit of Christmas, my star on the tree. You're the Easter bunny to mommy and me. Your sugar, your spice, your everything nice, and your daddy's little girl. You're the end of the rainbow, my pot of gold. Your daddy's little girl to have and hold. A precious gem is what you are. Your mommy's bright and shining star. You're the spirit of Christmas, my star on the tree. You're the Easter bunny to mommy and me. Your sugar, your spice, your everything nice, and your daddy's little girl.
There you go. Those are the Mills Brothers. The Mills Brothers, originally from February of 1950. My copy is from June of 55. That is with Donald Mills on lead. That is by request for Gordy Freeman, since tomorrow is Father's Day. He wants to send that one out to my sister Tony for Father's Day on behalf of my father, Giovanni Galindo, which is really John. You know, Giovanni is the Italian name for John. It was funny here. So for so many years, my father was a house painter for many, many years. And I'm not a junior, really. So when people used to call the house, because my father used to take estimates, free estimates. So when they called from all over the place, they were like, can I speak to John Galindo? And everybody would say, well, do you want the accountant or the painter? So that was like the easy way to get the to get the right person on the phone. But anyway, there you go. The Mills Brothers from from 1950, February 50, Daddy's Little Girl on the Decca record label. Let's continue here on Vinyl Treasures. Let's move into 51 now with a legitimate release from 1951 as we go to Washington, D.C. with this request. For listener Big Dave Swinger, this group recorded 4 for the RCA record label. This is their debut single. It features Robert Evans on lead. We go to October 51 for the Heartbreakers. The Heartbreakers on RCA for Big Dave. It's called Heartbreaker.
Heartbreaker, I fell in love with you. Heartbreaker, you broke my heart in two. You said you loved me so. You were all mine. I know it was never so. That was only your line. Oh yes, you heartbreaker, you did my heart so wrong. Heartbreaker, I won't cry for long. Though I fell in love with you, love and I are really through. I'm a heartbreaker from now on. Heartbreaker, I fell in love with you. Heartbreaker, I love no one but you. Though I fell in love with you, love and I are really through. I'm a heartbreaker from now on.
Yeah, that's a great tune there. That's by request for Big Dave Swinger in our YouTube chat. And that's their debut single, The Heartbreakers, there on the RCA record label. That's Robert Evans on lead, October 51 release. Heartbreaker is the name of the tune. I remember when I bought that record, I bought it from Jerry Diaz. He's out in California, would call me up like 3 a.m. my time, 3 a.m. my time. And he said, Johnny, do you need Heartbreaker by the Heartbreakers? I said, well, what condition is it in? He said, well, it's mint. He goes, well, if you want it, it's $500. So I said, well, yeah, I really like the song, so send it to me. But anyway, that's how I got that record. Johnny G here on a Saturday. If you're new to the program, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is our the big show on Saturday. I'm here from 9 till midnight. We're going to be here a little longer with the overtime here. But I'll be back this coming Wednesday. Hopefully they won't shut me down with the Soul Show. And this coming on the 20th, it might be the first day of summer if I'm not mistaken, that will be the 78 show coming up this this next week here. But let's continue here in 1951. Fill a request for Jim Lampley in Texas. Now, the lead singer for this group is from Waco, Texas, and in the 1930s and 40s, he was a member of the Charioteers, did lead, I think, on a lot of their records, if not most of them. And in 51, he formed his own group and signed with the MGM record label, had 11 releases on MGM. Now, Jim requested the group's 8th release, and this song covered by so many groups during the years, so many great groups and singers recorded this tune, first done by Al Costello earlier in the year of 1951 for RCA Records. But let's give a listen to this version as done by the Billy Williams Quartet. Of course, Billy Williams on lead. We go to February 51 for Jim Lampley in Texas. The Billy Williams Quartet on MGM and their rendition of the tune, Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, Wheel of Fortune goes spinning around. Will the arrow point my way? Will this be the day? Oh, Wheel of Fortune, please don't pass me by. Let me know the magic of a kiss and a sigh, while the wheel is spinning, spinning, spinning. I'll not dream of winning fortune or fame, while the wheel is turning, turning, turning. I'll be ever yearning for love's precious flame. Oh, Wheel of Fortune, I'm hoping somehow, if you'll ever smile on me, please let it be now. While the wheel is spinning, 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 I'll not dream of winning fortune or fame. While the wheel is turning, 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 I'll be ever yearning for love's precious flame. Oh, Wheel of Fortune, I'm hoping somehow, if you'll ever smile on me, please let it be now. Spinning, spinning, turning, turning around.
Yeah, that's the Billy Williams Quartet. Lots of records by them there are. February 51 there. That's their 8th release on the MGM record label, Wheel of Fortune, their version of that. The great Billy Williams on lead. That's going out to Jim Lampley in Texas. Let's move into 1952 now. We go back to Washington, D.C. with this request for listener Mike Sape in Connecticut. He's in our YouTube chat room. Wants to send this one out to all the UK listeners. That would include Indrajit Advani and Mark Himphin and all the UK dancers. It's the group's 5th release for the Atlantic record label. I recently played the flip side of this on my last 78 show. It was called I Played the Fool. But this is the flip side of the 45. It again features John Buddy Bailey on lead. From October 52, these are the Clovers on Atlantic. It's called Hey, Miss Fanny.
sure look fine. Tell me please, will you be mine? Hey now, Miss Fanny. Hey now, please be mine. You've become my heart's disease. Listen to me, baby, please. You got me just mad for you. Please don't drive me crazy too. Hey now, Miss Fanny. Hey now, please be mine. Well, let's go out and have a ball. I love you, baby, and that ain't all. I don't care what your mama says. Let's have a good time anyway. Hey now, Miss Fanny. Hey now, please be mine. Come on, baby, let's go downtown. Rock, jump, mess around. We'll go to cabarets and bars. We'll hang out till after hours. Hey now, Miss Fanny. Hey now, oh please be mine. Sugar sweet, so are you. I'm just crazy about the way you do. My heartstrings just go zing zing every time you strut that thing. Hey now, Miss Fanny. Hey now, oh please be mine.
That's the great sound of John Buddy Bailey and the Clovers there from October 1952. That's their fifth release on the Atlantic record label Hey Miss Fanny. That one there by request for listener Mike Sapin, our YouTube chat room, going out to the UK listeners Indrajit Advani and Mark Himphin. Let us continue here in 1952 here with a request for listener Frank Gingaro with the sound of the Ravens. They signed with Mercury Records in late 1951, had 14 releases on the Mercury record label. Frank requested their sixth, and this was their first, the first on Mercury with the 70,000 series. The first one. The other ones were like on with 8,000 and 5,000, I think. But this features the bass lead of Jimmy Ricks from December 1952, The Ravens on Mercury for Frank Chingaro in our YouTube chat room. It's called I'll Be Back.
Well, I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Baby, I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Makes no difference, honey, what you say or do.
Say I do.
Even though you say we're through, that won't stop my love for you. No, I'm coming back home to you.
Home to you.
Yes, I love you.
Yes, it's true.
Well, I love you.
Yes, it's true.
Baby, makes no difference what you say or do.
Say I do.
Even though you drive me away, I'm coming back to you someday. Well, I'm coming back home to you.
Home to you.
Well, you led me to the altar. I took you for my wife. Said that I would love you, baby, keep you all my life. Well, I did something for you, honey, that the good Lord never done. Gave you some hair, honey, cause he sure didn't give you enough. You said, give me something, baby, something that I can keep. I got your psycho flower cider meat, some syrup and sneaky Pete. Well,
Back, I'll be back.
yes, this morning,
Hopping, skipping, jumping down the railroad track.
well, I don't care what you say or do, you can't keep me from loving you.
Back, home to you. I'll be back. Hopping and skipping down the railroad track. I'll be back. I'll be back to you. Don't care what you say or do, can't keep me away from you. Back, back, back home to you.
Well, I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Well, home to you.
Home to you.
Well, I'll be back. Home to you.
Home to you.
Well, home to you.
December 1952 release there for Jimmy Ricks and the Ravens on the Mercury record banner. I'll Be Back is the name of the tune. That one there by request for listener Frank Shingaro in our YouTube chat room. Of course, Frank is also one of the hosts of the R&B Serenade. R&B Serenade with Frank Shingaro and Gordon Skagberg. That is on WRHU 88.7 FM. Live on Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 to 5. And you can catch it live on wwrhu.org. They will not be on, I think, because of Father's Day tomorrow, but they will be back next Sunday. I think Frank will be back next Sunday, too. I think Frank, is that your anniversary show? If I think it may be. They've been on a long, long time, like 35 or 36 years. They have been probably the longest lasting show that is out there now, playing this music. So anyway, so check that out in 2 weeks. The R&B Serenade, Rhythm and Blues Serenade with Frank and Gordon. Johnny G here on a Saturday. If you're new to the program, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You got to be signed in, though. You got to sign in. You got to create an account. So you go there. It's very easy to do. You can create an account. You got to verify with an email. So they'll send you back an email. They just want to make sure it's you and not a bot. Lots of stuff going on here. I got a letter today from my insurance company that were hacked like in February. I'm like, what's going on here? So I got to sign into some kind. I got to do it for my parents too. I got to sign into like some they monitor you on the dark net or something. All this crazy stuff. Anyway, let us continue here for a Saturday evening. Now let's move from 52 to 55, and we fill a request for listener Gordy Freeman in our YouTube chat room. This group, they are from San Diego, California. They recorded 3 for Eddie and Leo Mesner's Aladdin Records. This is their second. Now, the group was originally called the Capris, but Eddie Mesner suggested they rename themselves after the label, so they became the Aladdins. It features Eddie Williams on lead from September 55. By request for Gordy Freeman in our YouTube chat room, the Aladdins on Aladdin. It's called I Had a Dream Last Night.
I had a dream last night. I held you oh so tight. You stole my heart with a kiss in my dream last night. It seems so real to hear your voice so sweet and clear. You whispered, I love you, dear, in my dream last night. Will this dream ever come true? Or does it mean that we'll never meet again? Except in dream again. I'll dream of you. Please hold me with all your might, like you did last night. I'll dream of you.
That's a great ballad there, going out to a Gordy Freeman, the Aladdins there. The Aladdins from September of '55, that's on the Aladdin record label. The great Eddie Williams on lead. I Had a Dream Last Night is the name of the tune. You know, Eddie Williams would also do lead with other great groups, the Colts on Antler, the Fortunes on Decca, and also the Hollywood Flames on the Atco record label. That's a great tune there. The Aladdins, I Had a Dream Last Night. Let me mention something there. I had the Frank Gingaro will be returning to the Rhythm and Blues Serenade on July 1st, which is their anniversary. So that's when you got to tune in that Sunday at 3 p.m. So that is when Frank will return to the program, to the R&B Serenade. But let's continue here for a Saturday evening, and we fill a request for listener Tommy Albergo. I was looking for my pink copy of this, because this originally came out on the Pink Mercury label. I thought I had all the Platters stuff pulled, but I guess I did not. If I had extra time, I was going to go back and pull it out. There were 2 records I wanted to go back and find other copies of, but I didn't get a chance. But this was the first copy. It actually looks pretty cool on the black label Mercury. But Tommy requested the Platters. Now, Tony Williams' sister, who was Linda Hayes, she was able to convince her manager, Buck Ram, to manage the Platters. And when Federal lost faith in the group, Buck Ram, who was working on a deal with the Penguins to get them signed to the Mercury label, I think they twisted the brass at Mercury to also take the Platters. So they took both the groups, they signed them at the same time. As Mercury they were really reluctant to sign the Platters because they really didn't have any hits, not on Federal Records. Of course, the Penguins already were successful with Earth Angels, so they said, well, there's a possibility because they're already well known. But they said, well, nobody knows the Platters. Okay, but they, with their first release on Mercury, they ended up having a big hit. But I don't know, maybe something happened to Tony Williams' voice or something. But they had a big hit with a song called Only You. But Tommy requested the B-side of the 45. It features the female lead of Zola Taylor, who co-wrote the tune here. And could this be an answer tune to Big Joe Turner's Shake, Rattle, and Roll? I don't know. Maybe it could, but let's go to May 55 for the Platters, sending it out to Tommy Albergo, who is tuned into the program. It's on the Mercury record label. This is the B-side to Only You. It's called Bark, Battle, and Ball. This is for Tommy.
Why do you bark?
That's a swinging tune there by request for listener Tommy Albergo. The Platters there. That is with Zola Taylor on lead. That one there, a rockin' tune from May 55. That's the flip side of Only You on the Mercury record label. Bark, Battle, and Ball is the name of the tune. That's originally first presses for you collectors out there. It's the Pink Mercury label. Now, is it on maroon too? I don't know if it's on maroon, if Only You is on the maroon label. That would be interesting if it is. Of course, did you ever hear Zola Taylor's first record on RPM? It's a good one too, by the way. I have that in the collection. Johnny G here. It's a Saturday evening. Hope you're digging on the tunes. If you are, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube page if you have not yet done so. And this is the big show on a Saturday evening with all your requests as we continue here. We head back to Los Angeles, California, fill a request for listener Big Dave Swinger. This 45 on Dootsy Williams' Dutone record label. Now, right after the Medallions release of Speedin' with Vernon Green and the Medallions, Vernon teamed up to form a trio with Frankie Marshall. He was an off-and-on member of the Medallions, and he had his own releases too, by the way, on the Spry, Spark, and I think Atco labels. And Kenneth Williams to form a trio called the Cameos. They would have just one release on the Dutone record label. Now it features Vernon Green on lead, and this is by request for Big Dave Swinger. Now listen closely to this record. If any of you are familiar with a song by the Embers on the Ember label called Paradise Hill, I think that song inspired them to do this. But this is for Big Dave Swinger in our YouTube chat room. June 55, the Cameos on Dutone. It's called Only for You. The Cameos.
Only for you I want to live, only to you my love I'll give. Only of you I think all day, lonely and blue when you're away. From the start, you were the dream in my heart. Only for you I want to live, only to you my love I'll give. I knew it from the start, you were the dream in my heart. Only for you I want to live, only to you my love I'll give.
So what do you think? Didn't it sound like Paradise Hill? Yes, it did to me. Those are the Cameos going out to Big Dave Swinger, June 1955. That's Vernon Green on lead there. Duotone Records, Only for You is the name of the tune. That is not an easy record to find. That was one of the records that I passed up on. Mike Demersion had the 45 many, many years ago. $400 he had on it. So I said, Mike, it's $200 in the book. What do you got $400 on it for? He goes, did you ever see it around? I said, no. So, of course, Greg Surik came along, and then he scooped it up. He took it. I said, Greg, you took that record? He goes, yeah, you don't see that record. I don't see that record around, not on the Maroon label. So, and then I, luckily, Spence was able to get me a copy of the 45. But anyway, I digress. Let us continue here in the year 1955. Fill a request for listener John Engstrom, as this group, they are from Washington, D.C. They did two on Lillian Claiborne and Haskell Davis's D.C. label, also out of Washington, D.C. So when the Captains dissolved, lead singer, or at least I should say he was the lead singer later on with the group, became a member of a gospel group called the Progressive Heirs, which also included Moses Oliver, Paul Davis, James Baker, Urza David, and Leo Carter. And this is the A-side of their first release, which features, I think, dual leads on this. This is James Baker and Harmon Bethea are doing leads on this. And this is with Frank Motley and the orchestra. And this is from August 55 for listener John Engstrom, the Progressive Heirs on DC Records. It's called Let the Bird Sing His Praises, the Progressive Heirs.
All the birds sing at dawn by the break of morn. All the birds sing their song, then a song was born. If the birds can sing God's praises, so can we, well, so can we. Then my Lord looked down to see what he heard. My Lord liked the voice of all the birds when the song was sung. He liked what he heard. Song was sung by all the birds. He said, Lord, hear me. Then my Lord looked down. He blessed the bird. He gave him the power to sing his word. To sing about the coming of his heavenly land, where none but the good and the right shall stand. The voice that rumble, the voice that rock, the world was shaken from the mighty shock. They said, wow, 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 wow. Sing, little bird, sing this song. Sing and they sang, the voice was heard. The tune was carried by every bird. There was a blackbird, a bluebird, a robin and a crow, a mockingbird, a owl, and a oriole. There was a hummingbird, a whippoorwill, a sparrow and a jay. Then a eagle flew in from far away. And when he landed, they began to say, if the birds can sing God's praises, so can we, well, so can we. Well, they sang and they sang, the voice was heard. The tune was carried by every bird to the end of the world. The voice rang out. When the fire started burning, you would want to shout. If the birds can sing God's praises, so can we.
Yeah, a little bit of gospel here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That one there by request for listener John Engstrom. Those are the Progressive Heirs from August 55 on the DC label. Let the Bird Sing His Praises is the name of the tune. That's their first of two on the DC record label. Let us continue here in 1955. We go back to Los Angeles, California with this request for listener Edmund Williams, back to Dootsy Williams' Duotone record label. This group had 12 releases on the label. This is the B-side to their third release. The A-side was called Speedin'. I just mentioned it. Vernon Green and the Medallions just mentioned it before he joined that Cameos group. But Edmund requested the flip side, written by the tenor of the group. His name is Randolph Bryant. He is also on lead, but Vernon Green comes in on the talking part, similar to as he did on their tune The Letter. But let's go to May of 55, give a listen to the Medallions. The Medallions on Dutone for Edmund Williams in Queens, New York. Their tune is called Edna for Edmund.
Dum da dum da dum da dum da da da. Edna, you are my only love. I swear by the stars above, will you be mine?
You, I need you, really I do. Oh, how I long to thrill you through and through. I think of you each day, dream of you each night, dream of holding you. Oh, so tight. Please, Edna, say you will be my I pray. Each night and day, oh, I pray. How could you leave me this way? Please come back and stay. Come back and stay. Come back and stay. Oh, Edna, Edna, when you kiss me, Edna, Edna, you make me feel so good. Please come back to me. Come back to me. Come back to me. Please come back to me.
There you go. That one there. They like that one there in the YouTube chat. Those are the Medallions. Vernon Green on lead with the Medallions from May 55 on the Dutone record label. Edna is, well, actually Vernon Green was not on lead. I take it back. That's Randolph Bryan on lead. But you heard Vernon Green on the talk part that he does on The Letter. Very similar there. But anyway, there you go for Edmund Williams in Queens, New York. Let's continue here. Got one more in the year 1955, and this is the one that I added on the show. I do have another one, but I have a reason why I'm playing the other song. But this is a flip side from last week. I played a request for listener Chris Reed. He requested the Four Buddies on the Club 51 label out of Chicago. Played the jump side for Chris called Look Out. The flip side's a killer ballad. It features Ularsi Manar on lead. Let's go to May of 1955. The Four Buddies on Club 51. The song is called Dolores.
Dolores, darling, I love you so. Why did you leave me? Why did you go? I've always loved you, Dolores, come back to me. Oh, Dolores, darling, you are my all. Please come back, won't you please hear my call? I love you dearly, Dolores, come back to me. Well, Dolores, I love you. Yes, I really love you. Please don't break my heart. So please don't break my heart, Dolores, darling. I know I was wrong. I love you dearly, but that old thrill is gone. I'll keep on feeling you'll come back to me someday.
Song there. I hope you like that tune there. The Four Buddies from May 1955. That's their third release on the Club 51 record label. Dolores is the name of the tune. That is Ularcy Manor on lead there for that one. Of course, with their two previous releases, they backed up Rudy Green on You Mean Everything to Me, which I have played here on the program, and also the harder one to find by a female singer, Bobby James, on I Need You So. I need one record on the Club 51 label. I have it on a 78. I need the Kingsman, which is a killer record. I told you I didn't take Jay Monroe's copy for $3,000. I should have taken it. I did not. I didn't want Dave Antrell's copy because it had like an edge warp to it. So and Kevin wanted $3,000. I said, Kevin, I'm not taking it with the edge warp. I says, you got to lower that, and he didn't do it, so I didn't take it. So I should have taken Jay Monroe's, but I was probably out of work and I couldn't afford it at the time. That had to be the reason. Anyway, Johnny G here on a Saturday. If you're new to the program, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Tell your friends about it too. And we are counting down the music here on the 50s and early 60s edition. We're moving into 1956. We go to Harlem, New York for this great group. It's a request for listener Chris Reed. He was in our chat room. I saw Chris earlier in the chat room. This is the group's 8th release on High Weiss's Old Town Records. It has Is this Milton Love on this one, Charlene? Milton Love on this side, or is it Dunham? I don't know, but she's got Milton Love here, so I'm going to say it's correct. He co-wrote the tune. She's probably correct here. Wrote this tune with the other group member Monty Owens. And, February 56th, the Solitaires on Old Town Records. This is going out to Chris Reed. It's called Fine Little Girl.
I said no, no, please stay. Oh, oh, oh. I love you, baby. It's true. I wanna know if you love me too. Fine young thing. Oh, fine young thing. Love you, baby. Yes, you're a fine young thing. I love you, baby. Love you so. Never, never,
February 56 release for the Solitaires. That is Milton Love on lead, by the way. And usually, you know, I never... I thought he was on all the ballads, but he was no, he's not. He does what? Isn't he lead on Honey Babe too, I think? But anyway, there you go. The Solitaires there for listener Chris Reed on High Weiss's Old Town record label. Fine Little Girl is the name of the tune. He didn't say Fine Little Girl. What did he say there? Fine Little something. It wasn't girl, though. Anyway, Johnny G here on a Saturday. Let us continue in 56. Let's fill a request for Joe Shacatano in our YouTube chat. We go to Pasadena, California for this group and label. It's on Larry Mead's Vita Records. And this group had earlier releases on the Kicks and the Mambo label. Then they recorded for Larry Mead's Vita label. This is their fourth and final release for the Vita label. It features Lee Goudeau, 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 Goudreau. I think that's how you say it. I had a friend in high school, Mark Goudreau. That's how you say it. Along with the Jackie Kelso and the orchestra from April 56 for Joe Shacatano. These are the Squires with their tune called Venus on the Vita label.
I had a dream last night of a girl dressed in white. She was dancing on a cloud way up high in the sky. I then asked her name. She replied in a faint, I am Venus, the goddess of love. She then stepped down from the cloud so very high. Then she took my hand and said, my man, you were lonely, very lonely, very lonely. Then she explained why she came, but she mustn't remain, for there's others like you who are lonely too, very lonely, very lonely, very lonely. Then she turned toward the cloud so very high. As she faded in the sky, I heard her cry, goodbye.
There you go. That's going out to listener Joe Shacatano. Those are the Squires. A great tune there. I like the tempo changes too, by the way. April 1956 release on the Vita record label. Venus is the name of the tune. Lee Goudeau is the lead singer on that. Who asked that? MBS Unlimited asked if they're the Blue Jays. Well, they're the Blue Jays on the Dig label. They did I think it's an EP. There's 3 EPs that came out. I think it's called Dig That Record. I think that's the label there, and maybe that is that group on that label. I'm not sure, but I know it's one of these California groups. I think that might be it. But anyway, Johnny G here on a Saturday. Hope you're digging on the tunes. If you are, please give me a thumbs up. please give me a thumbs up here on my YouTube page. We'll be joining Oldies and More Radio beginning at midnight tonight, but let's continue here. And we are in 56. Last week I played a request for Timothy. He requested Doy Forbes and a group on the Eddie Heller's Rainbow record label. I played My Love Is Just For You. And Australian listener Mark Langdale asked if I could play the flip side. Well, we will do this here. A tune written by Otis Blackwell. This is from April 56. This is Doy Forbes and an uncredited group on the Rainbow record label. It's called Hotcha Do for Mark Langdale in Australia.
How'd you do it? How'd you do it? How'd you do? Oh, 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 search my heart, dear, and you'll find words that I hope will make you mine. Look out, boy, knock me out. Now I know what love's about. Ooh, you make me wanna shout. How'd you do it? How'd you do it? How'd you do? Come into these arms, dear, and you'll find how much I really want to make you mine. Come on, honey, don't be shy. I want you to be my lover guy. Believe me, baby, this ain't no lie. How'd you do it? How'd you do it? How'd you do? Every time I see you, you make me wanna squeeze you. That's how much I love you so. To my friends I lie about it. They say I shouldn't hide it. So honey, I'm letting you know. Oh, 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 please don't stay away too long out of sight. I have eyes that want to see you every night. Lips that want to kiss you, baby. Cross my heart, I don't mean maybe. Ooh, you make me proud to say, how'd you do it? How'd you do it? How'd you do? Every time I see you, you make me wanna squeeze you. That's how much I love you so. To my friends I lie about it. They say I shouldn't hide it. So honey, I'm letting you know. Oh, 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 please don't stay away too long out of sight. I have eyes that want to see you every night. Lips that want to kiss you, baby. Cross my heart, I don't mean maybe. Oh, you make me proud to say, how'd you do it? How'd you do it? How'd you do? How'd you do it? How'd you do it? How'd you do? How'd you do it? How'd you do it? How'd you do? How'd you do it? How'd you do it? How'd you do? How'd you do it? How'd you do it? How'd you do?
That's a flip side request from last week. That one there, Doy Forbes, going out to listener Mark Langdale in Australia, April 56. That's the flip side of My Love Is Just For You, song entitled Hotcha Do is the name of the tune. It sounds like Hotchel is the governor of New York. Hotchel Do, we'll call it. There you go. It's on Eddie Heller's Rainbow record label from April 1956. Let's stay in 56 and go back out to Los Angeles, California. This is a request for listener Mike Sape. He wants to send this one out to Joe Shacatano, Frank Cassie, and Frank Chingaro in our YouTube chat room. You know this group out of Los Angeles, California. Their biggest hit was I think their debut single was called Heaven and Paradise. And this was their, they recorded 6 for the Dutone record label. This is their 4th, a tune written by the lead singer. His name is Don Julian. Let's go to April of 56 for Don Julian and the Meadowlarks on Dootsy Williams' Dutone record label. This is requested by Mike Sape in Connecticut, going out to Frank Cassie, Frank Chingaro, and Joe Shacatano. The Meadowlarks with Please Love a Fool.
must I do? I'm still in love with you. Still in love. Darling, please love this fool. After all that's said and done, darling, you're the only one. Please love a fool. Please love a fool. There has been many times I have cried myself to sleep. Darling, won't you please love me? Please love a fool. I'm a fool to care for you. But darling, I do. Please love a fool. Please love a fool. Well, there's been many of times I've cried myself to sleep. Darling, please, won't you love me? Please love a fool. I'm a fool. After all that's said and done, darling, you're the only one. Please love a fool.
Sounds of California here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Lots of great tunes tonight featuring on the Dutone record label. There you go. That's by request from Mike Sape, going out to Frank Gingaro, Joe Shacatano, and Frank Cassie. That's the sound of Don Julian and the Meadowlarks. Their fourth release, fourth of six on the Dutone label from April 56. Please Love a Fool is the name of the tune. Johnny G ain't no fool, although YouTube is a fool for blocking the video on Wednesday night for Harlem Shuffle. How awful of them to do it. And the thing is, they did it while the show was live. It pisses off all the listeners and they leave. I mean, it just pisses me off. I'm sorry, folks. But let's continue here. This is a request for a UK listener, Indrajit Advani. He wants to send this one out to Big Dave Swinger and also to Timothy. They are in our YouTube chat. You know this duet. They had a big hit in 1957 with a song called Love is Strange. Came out on the RCA subsidiary Groove label. They are Mickey Baker and Sylvia Vanderpool, but this was their first release on the Groove record label. We got to fix that, Charlene. That didn't come out right on this. They both wrote this tune from August 56. This is Mickey and Sylvia on Groove by request for UK listener Indrajit. For Big Dave and for Timothy, it's called No Good Lover, Mickey and Sylvia.
You were no good lover and you know you done me wrong. You were no good lover and you know you done me wrong. But one day, baby, I know you'll come back home.
If you treated me right, I never would have roamed. If you treated me right, I never would have roamed. You can build a mansion, babe, but I never will come back home.
You standing there, say you won't be back. Took all of my money, and bought a Cadillac.
I'm on my way to stay. Goodbye, goodbye, that's all I got to say.
You were no good lover and you know you done me wrong. You're a no good lover and you know you done me wrong. Oh, but one day, baby, I know you'll sing my song.
Start singing!
Go!
Of all the things I've done for you, who'd think that you would be untrue?
If I'm untrue, don't blame for me, 'cause it was you who made me see I had better get
Going, move on down the line. Better get going, move on down the line. That mean way of yours drives me out of my mind. Keep on moving, move on down the line. Keep on moving, move on down the line. That mean way of yours drives me out of my mind. Keep on moving, move on down the line.
There you go, duets here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Mean guitar riff there by Mickey Baker. That's Mickey and Sylvia. Mickey Baker and Sylvia Vanderpool. That's their first release on the Groove label from August 56. By request for Indrajit Advani, going out to Timothy and Big Dave Swinger. No Good Lover is the name of the tune. Johnny G is your disc jockey for a Saturday evening. Hope you're digging on the tunes. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not yet done so as we continue here. And we fill a request for Casey Hines as we go to Evanston, Illinois for this group. This is their 4th of 5 on Paul King's Drexel Records out of Chicago, Illinois, written by the lead singer of the group. His name is Ray Pettis. This charted number 17 on WGES in Chicago, Illinois from October 56. Let's give a listen to The Gems. The Gems on the Drexel label for Casey Hines. It's called The Darkest Night.
The darkest night,
Darkest night
is so long without you. Loneliness crowds me in my empty room. Though I was wrong, dear, to ever doubt you, the memory seems to add to my gloom. You gave me love, full of fire and passion. I was a fool, dear, when I let you go. passion. I was a fool, dear, when I let you go. Your friends were right, I was too old-fashioned. I love you, I need you so. The darkest night.
That's the great sound of Ray Pettis and the Gems. What a cool tune that is. October 1956, by request for Casey Hines. They like that one there, Casey, in the YouTube chat room. That's the Gems on Drexel, their 4th of 5, called The Darkest Night is the name of the tune. Johnny G's spinning my 45's in the darkest night here. We are spinning up here in the attic in Westchester County, New York. It's a Saturday evening. It is 67 and clear today. It was a nice day today. It actually, the last couple of days have been pretty nice, although we had some rain, some big rainstorm yesterday around 6 o'clock or so. But anyway, I hope Father's Day is nice for all you fathers out there tomorrow. Enjoy it with your family as we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. And we fill a request for listener Daniel Kubacki in our YouTube chat room, this great group out of Queens, New York. Now, you know their debut single, song called You Baby You, came out on the rejuvenated G record label. George Goldner rejuvenated his G records, maybe because of the Crows G, I would think, because originally the G label was yellow and green, and then he resurrected it with the red and black label. This was their follow-up to You Baby You was a song called Little Girl of Mine, but Daniel requested the flip side. This was their second of 14 for G Records, written by Herbie Cox, but these dual leads on this. This is Herbie Cox and Berman Patterson, again with Jimmy Wright in the orchestra from March of 56. The Cleftones on the G label, the B-side to Little Girl of Mine. For Daniel Kubacki, it's called You're Driving Me Mad.
Do, do, do.
Wah, 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 cool. Wah, 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 cool. You taking the heart of me. Can't you plainly see? You're driving me mad. Whoa, driving me mad. I'm bewitched by your eyes.
B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That one there by request for Daniel Kubacki in our YouTube chat. Those are the Cleftones there from March 56. That's their second release, the B-side to Little Girl of Mine, You're Driving Me Mad. That's on George Goldner's G record label. Jimmy Wright and the orchestra, Big Dave Swinger, was able to pick out that is a West Coast press. That's because the Monarch presses play better. I hate the way the label looks. I like the chess, checker, and VJ look, but I don't like the Herald, Ember, and G look. Even the end looks I don't like. At least the black ends with the silver line. But I digress. Let us continue in 1956. Fill a request for listener Frank Chingaro. This gal, her name is Gladys Patrick. Although she recorded under different names, Gladys Glad Rags Patrick. I think she also recorded as Gay Jamison. But this is the second of two she had on the MGM record label, and she's being backed up here by the Charioteers. This is from February of 56, going out to Frank Chingaro in our YouTube chat room. Gladys Patrick and the Charioteers on MGM Records. It's called Somebody Please for Frank.
Somebody please show me the way. I'm out of my mind both night and day. My baby's left me. I'm in the dark. Please show me the way.
Show me the way.
Somebody please show me the way. I'm out of my mind both night and day. Since he's been gone, oh, I'm so alone. Show me the way.
Show me the way. Show me the way.
Well, I'm drifting like a river, and I don't know where I will land. Well, I'm tired of trying to forget when I know I am just pretending. Oh, somebody please find the baby. Tell him that I need him so. Come back to me, oh, and set me free, and show me the way.
Show me the way. Show me the way.
Somebody please find my baby. Tell him that I need him so. Come back to me, oh, and set me free. Show me the way.
Show me the way.
Yeah, nice tune there by request for Frank Chingaro in our YouTube chat room. That's Gladys Patrick and the Charioteers from February 56. It's on the MGM record label. That's her second of two for MGM. Somebody Please is the name of the tune. Johnny G here. Somebody please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you all for being here. Hope you're enjoying the show tonight. Thank you all for your requests, and if you have a request, you can send it to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. Sometimes it's difficult for me to find the 60s, even sometimes for the 50s records. It is. But 78s are harder because I don't know what I have on 78. I just surprise myself with every show. But let us continue here. We are in 1956. We fill a request for Mike Sape in Connecticut. Wants to send it out to your host, DJ Johnny G, and all you chatters out there. Now, this group is called the Ivories. And this record, by the way, I think maybe some of you know, this record came out on George Bennett's Jaguar label, and it came out twice. It was first issued on Jaguar 3019, which I am playing. That is the harder of the two to find. But George Bennett was not happy, so he had the group re-record both sides of the record. The flip side of this is great, too, a song called Alone. But this tune, written by Sylvester Bradford, previous to this, he was a member of the Bradford Boys that recorded for the Rainbow record label. And of course, later, he was a member of the Suburbans. But this features Johnny Hicks on lead. Johnny Hicks, of course, he became the lead singer of the Love Notes that recorded for the Holiday record label. But let's give a listen to this first release from February 56. I'm going to play the resung version. You can see how different it is. So this is how the song first came out, February 56. The Ivories on Jaguar Records for Mike Sape, sending it out to your host Johnny G and the chatters. It's called Baby Send a Letter. The Ivories.
Baby, send a letter, just a letter, only has to have one line.
Oh, baby,
Baby, send a letter, just a letter, only has to have one line. One letter, one line, so I know your love's still mine. Baby, if you love me, or really love me, why don't you write that too? Why don't you write that too? Baby, if you love me, or really love me, why don't you write that too? Why don't you write that too? One letter, one line, so I know your love's still mine.
oh yes I do.
I love you, baby, yes I do.
I really do.
I love you, baby, yes I do.
I love you.
I love you, baby, yes I do.
Honest I do.
I love you, baby, yes I do. One letter, one line, so I know your love's still mine. Baby, how I need you, really need you, how I yearn to hold you tight. Baby, how I need you, really need you, how I yearn to hold you tight. One letter, one line, so I know your love's still mine. One letter, one line, so I know your love's still mine. One letter, one line, so I know your love's still mine. Baby, send a letter, just a letter, only has to have one line. Baby, send a letter, just a letter, only has to have one line. One letter, one line, so I know your love's still mine. Baby, if you love me, or really love me, why don't you write that too? Why don't you write that too? Baby, if you love me, or really love me, why don't you write that
yes I do.
I love you, baby, yes I do.
I really do.
I love you, baby, yes I do.
I love you.
I love you, baby, yes I do.
Honest I do.
I love you, baby, yes I do. One little one line, so I know your love's still mine. Bop, 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 baby, how I need you, really need you, how I yearn to hold you tight, baby, how I need you, really need you, how I yearn to hold you tight, one little one line, so I know your love's still mine, one little one line, so I know your love's still mine, one little one line, so I know your love's still mine.
So there you go. You had the comparison. You first heard Jaguar 3019, and then that was on the yellow label stock copy. Then I played the promo there, 3023. They re-recorded it. They had more instrumentation, I think, on the second one there. So which one did you like better? Those are the Ivories there. The Ivories from February 56 on Jaguar Records, Baby Send a Letter. That's by request for listener Mike Sape, sending it out to all you chatters there. And your host, Johnny G. I played you both versions there. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasures Show, one more in the year 1956. We fill a request for listener M. Now we go to Cincinnati, Ohio, for this group that first recorded for Herman Lubinsky's Savoy record label back in 1954. 3 releases on Savoy Records. They were called Luther Bond and the Emeralds. And then after Savoy, they signed with Sid Nathan's Federal record label, and they had 2 releases on the Federal label. This is their first, co-written by the lead singer Luther Bond, from September 56. Luther Bond and the Emeralds on Federal for Emnon. It's called He Loves You Baby.
So ashamed of myself, can't face my baby no more. Tell her how I feel. He loves you, baby. I know I didn't treat you right. Didn't do nothing but fuss and fight. But I just wanna hear you say
As by request for listener Amnon there, though it's Luther Bond and the Emeralds. I don't know if they were trying to sound, I guess you'd have to say they're trying to sound like the Five Royales there. Maybe a little bit of James Brown there. That one there from September 56. Sid Nathan's Federal record label, He Loves You Baby, is the name of the tune. That's their first of two requested by listener Amnon. Of course, they have two later records on the Showboat record label. One of them is really, really good. I think they're second. Johnny G here on a Saturday. Let's continue. And we fill a request for listener Edmund Williams in Queens, New York. This group, originally from Harvey, Illinois, first recording for the Checker label as the El Rays. Then they would sign with Vivian Carter's VJ Records for 17 releases as the Dells. This is their sixth release on the VJ record label. It's with Al Smith and the orchestra from July 57. It features Marvin Jr. on lead. It's by request for Edmund Williams, the Dells on VJ. It's called Ooh Bop She Bop. This is for Edmund in Queens.
We're bringing it to you. Give up, give up.
I can't see. My cataracts are not ripe to be picked yet, so I can't. I mix up certain letters and sometimes numbers for sure. But that is Q Bop She Bop. Looks like an O. I even looked at the label there, but I can't see. I apologize for that. July 57. Those are the Dells. That's their sixth release on the VJ record label. Q Bop She Bop is the name of that one. Edmund Williams requests there for the Dells. Let us continue here. In 1957, we fill a request for Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room. This is the group's second release on Archie Blier's Cadence record label. Not many vocal groups on the Cadence label, but this group had two releases. This is their second release. It features Sonny Wright on lead. He formerly was the lead singer of the Diamonds that recorded for the Atlantic record label. This is with Dave McCrae and the orchestra from October 57, the Metronomes. The Metronomes on Cadence for Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room. It's called How Much I Love You, the Metronomes.
How much I love you, I can't count the ways, but let me tell you, darling, I'll love you all my days. I'll love you as an angel sent from up above, an angel to watch over and to safeguard our love. Love you in such a way, doobie-doo. I can't explain. I can't explain, but deep within I know I'll never be the same. Never be the same. How much I love you, I can't count the ways, but let me tell you, darling, I'll love you all my days. Do, 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 do.
That's the great sound of the Metronomes and the great lead there, Sonny Wright. October 1957 release. That's on Cadence Records. Yes, the same Cadence that has the Chordettes with Lollipop and Mr. Sandman, Archie Blyer and all that. Well, there you go. How Much I Love You. The Metronomes going out to Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room. Got an A and B side request, which is unusual. I've had it before, but the one side was requested by Frank Gingaro, and the flip side was requested by Timothy, which was unusual. As we go to Cincinnati, Ohio, this is on John Marshall's Finch record label. This is the second of two for this group on the Finch record label. It's got a male lead on this side and a female lead on the flip. And this is from 1957. Leroy Jones is the lead singer on this side. This is the up-tempo side for Frank Gingaro in our YouTube chat room. The Cruisers on the Finch label. It's called The Moon Is Yours. This is for Frank.
I gave the moon to you. Well, the moon is yours for all the time, and all that I ask is that you be mine, and all that I ask is that you love me, and don't please no one above me, yeah. One starry night when you look up, there'll be no moon, just stars above, and all of the lovers will have candlelight, because I gave the moon to you. Well, the moon is yours for all the time, and all that I ask is that you be mine, and all that I ask that you love me, and don't please no one above me, yeah. One starry night when you look up, there'll be no moon, just stars above, and all of the lovers Shabba-dabba-dabba-hoopy-doo-doo. Shabba-dabba-dabba-hoopy-doo-doo-bop. Shabba-dabba-dabba-hoopy-doo-doo. No problem, sway bop, sway sway bop. Swap bop, baby, swap bop, day. Swap bop, 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 sway better. Shabba-dabba-dabba-hoopy-doo-doo. Shabba-dabba-dabba-hoopy-doo-doo-bop. Shabba-dabba-dabba-hoopy-doo-doo. Shabba-dabba-dabba-hoopy-doo, sweep up, sway bop, sway bop. I gave the moon to you one starry night. When you look up, pretty baby, there'll be no moon, just stars above, and all of the lovers will have candlelight, because I gave the moon to you, because I gave the moon to you.
There you go. That's by request for listener Frank Chingaro in our YouTube chat. They're called the Cruisers. The Cruisers on the Finch record label. They're out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Song entitled The Moon Is Yours. That's the male lead. His name is Leroy Jones. We're going to flip the 45 over. Unfortunately, they don't they don't mention the gal on the flip side. Both sides of this written by Al Franken. That can't be the comedian or the congressman. But let's flip it over here because Timothy requested the flip side. 1957, let's flip over the Cruisers, The Moon Is Yours. You get this flip side with a female lead. The Cruisers on Finch. It's called Baby, What a Fool I've Been. This is for Timothy in our YouTube chat room.
Baby, what a fool I've been. You've broken my heart. I was a fool too far from the start. Thanks for the ride, dear. You played a great part. Baby, what a fool I've been. Fool I have been. We both played the game, but soon we found our love was to blame. Your love's untrue, dear. I think it's a shame. Baby, what a fool I've been. Fool I have been. We both played the game so madly, we didn't even get no play. Our love was loved so badly, it didn't even have no fame. But now it's goodbye. I have no right to stand here and cry. I hate to know, dear,
you go. You heard an A and B side. Although I think that's the intended A side. It says it on the label there. That's for Timothy in our YouTube chat. And those are the Cruisers out of Cincinnati, Ohio from 1957 on the Finch record label, Finch Records, Baby What a Fool I've Been. Prior to that, we heard a request for Frank Gingaro, the Cruisers, with The Moon Is Yours is the name of the tune. The Moon is Johnny G. Well, I should say the show is Johnny G's here. Thank you for being here. Again, if you have a request, you can send it to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is the contact. Thank you all for your emails during the week. And, of course, the DJs love to receive mail from the listeners as we continue here. And in 1957, fill a request for Joe Shacatano in our YouTube chat room as we go to Queens, New York for this next group. And it's their only release, came out on George Goldner's Gone record label, written by group member Tennis Tin. And the group is called The Premiers. Now, this record had an alternate flip side. This is I don't know if one is easier than the other, but the one that I'm playing here has The Mistake on the flip side. It's not really Is It a Dream? It's the Deltas song on the flip side. But Joe requested I don't know if this, I gotta say this is the A side of the 45 from July 57. Let's give a listen to The Premiers on the Gone record label for Joe Shacatano. It's called Valerie.
Valerie, you're the symbol of love to me. You're my idea of what every girl should be. I'm crazy with love.
Is going out to Joe Shacatano in our YouTube chat room. Those are the Premiers. The Premiers from July 57 on the Gone record label. Valerie is the name of the tune. The flip side here is the alternate on a song called Let Me Share Your Dreams, although it reads Is It a Dream? And I do have that one called Is It a Dream, which is not that easy to find, I can tell you that much. I bought this one from Chris Ciccone, this copy. I should have taken the one I saw copy in the collection I looked at. I made a mistake and I didn't take it. Sometimes, well, hindsight's 20/20 sometimes. But anyway, I digress. Let us continue in 1957. We have a flip side request for listener Tommy Albergo, and actually also Darrell Letts requested the flip side of this 45. Last week I featured Teenage Rock on George Goldner's N record label. Tommy Albergo requested that by Ronnie Jones and the Classmates, a group out of Philadelphia. It was their first of two on the N record label. Let's flip the 45 over as this tune co-written by the lead singer Ronnie Jones from August 57 for Darrell Letts and Tommy Albergo. Ronnie Jones and the Classmates. It's called Little Girl Next Door. This is on the End label. Kitty Leeds here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go, Ronnie Jones and the Classmates. August 1957, that's George Goldner's N record label. Little Girl Next Door is the name of the tune. That's going out to Darrell Letts and Tommy Albergo. You know, Frankie Lyman really opened the door for Kitty Leeds. There's so many groups that were out recording after that. And you know, some people don't like Kitty Leeds. I always did. I like the Chanters. I like the Schoolboys. I like Ronnie Jones and the Classmates and so many others. As we continue here and we move into 1958, now we go to Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn, New York for the debut single for this group on Bob McGee's Rim label. This group included Dennis Armstead, Carl Baldwin, Chris Bakersville, Tyrone Benjamin, and Jimmy Price. Collectively, they were known as the Adelfi's. This one here, a request for listener Paul Michelle. He wants to send it out to your host, Johnny G, from April 58. Featuring lots of girls' names tonight. And here's another one, the Adelfi's on the Rim label, going out to Paul Michelle, sending it out to Johnny G. It's called Kathleen.
Kathleen,
Kathleen, Kathleen.
Bo, 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 bo.
April 1958 release there for the Adelfi's. That's their first of two on the Rim record label. That's by request for Paul Michel, going out to sending it to Johnny G. Well, thank you, Paul, for that. Kathleen is the name of the tune. Who said it? Two people said it. An instant message, Tommy, and also in the chat room. This sounds like Geraldine. Yes, it does. By the Elvinos. I think they did that. But anyway, let us continue here. We are in the year 1958. We fill a request for listener Tommy Albergo. Actually, this is a flip side request. Who did I play the flip side for, Charlene, last week? Yes, for Adrian Viterbo, we featured Richard Blandon and the Dubs, Is There a Love for Me, their fifth release on George Gollner's Gone record label. This is the intended A-side of the 45, a tune written by Billy Miles. Billy Miles, of course, you remember him. He did a song called The Joker on the Ember record label. This charted number 34 on Billboard, was a big number 6 record on WHIL out of Boston, Massachusetts. And we fill a request for Tommy Albergo, November 58, The Dubs, on Gone, Richard Blandon on lead. It's called Chapel of Dreams.
In the chapel of dreams, every dream will come true. In the chapel of dreams, there's a dream there for you. Through the dark of the night, though as strange as it seems, every heart finds delight in the chapel of dreams. Was until I found this chapel of renown. I've searched and searched for peace of mind. I'm glad that at last my empty days have passed. Now I worship at His shrine. It is heaven to know just what happiness means. It is found at the door in the chapel of dreams. Chapel of dreams, chapel of dreams, chapel of
There you go. That's by request for Tommy Albergo. That's the sound of the Dubs. Richard Blandon and the Dubs, their fifth release on George Gollner's Gone record label. Chapel of Dreams is the name of the tune from November of 1958. You know what the only thing is wrong with that record? It's on crappy styrene. You know Johnny G hates styrene 45's. I really do. You know there's styrene 78s too, by the way. I have a number of them in my collection, but we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Fill a request for Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room. Now, I wish I had the first press of this next 45. Initially, it was issued on the Central label, the Black Central label. I think I only know of one. Oh, I don't know if Val has a copy. I know Dom DeLea has a copy of this. I would guess Val would also have a copy of that Central release. But I had to settle for the second press on the Apt record label. That's okay. But this group, they're called the Pretenders, and it features Jimmy Jones on lead. He also wrote the tune. Let's go to December of 58. The Pretenders, I have it on Apt Records, not Central. It's called Blue and Lonely. This is for Chris Reed. As Jimmy Jones and the Pretenders there. December 1958 releases on the Apt record label. That's a subsidiary of ABC Paramount Records, by the way. Blue and Lonely is the name of the tune. That one there by request for Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room. Now, in March of 60, they would put it out again on ABC Paramount. They put it out because Jimmy Jones was riding high on the charts with it's either Handyman or Good Timin'. That was the whole reason of the whole thing, that these record companies would put out records. Hey, Apollo Records put out Handyman. Did you listen to the Handyman on Apollo Records? It's a slow version of that song, but anyway, let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. We have one more in the year 1958. Let's go back to Queens, New York, with this request for Daniel Kubacki in our YouTube chat room. You know this group, first recording for the Network label back in 1955. They would sign with B. Gaslin's Hull Records for their next 4 releases. Then they hooked up with George Golner Goldner in 56 with releases on Rama G. And I guess we got to call this Morris Levy's label at the time because, George Goldner was a big gambler and he didn't have the money. So the only thing he can give up was his record company. And the first record company he gave up was this Roulette record label. And Morris Levy took it over. But here are the Heartbeats. The Heartbeats with James Shepard on lead. He co-wrote this tune. This is their second of two on the Roulette record label from July 58 for Daniel Kubacki. The Heartbeats on Roulette with Sometimes I Wonder.
Sometimes I wonder, will she come home? I'm sad and blue, I'm all alone. But to me, don't leave me in misery. I sit and cry. Why should I lie? It wouldn't be fair. Come back to me. Don't leave me in misery. Down on my knees, I'm begging you, please. Come on, back to me. Love me somebody. How long can I last? Trying to forget the past. It's hopeless. Can't you see? Sometimes I wonder. Will she come home? I'm sad and blue and all alone. Come back to me. Don't leave me in misery. Sometimes I wonder.
Okay, Tony Barcy, just was wondering if this was ever on a 78. You would figure possibly, this release July 58, there are 78s out there for this. I know I have stuff by the Chantels on 78 from 58. But anyway, those are the Heartbeats. Heartbeats by request for Daniel Kubacki. That's James Shepard on lead. Sometimes I Wonder is the name of the tune. That's on the Roulette record label. I think, George Goldner, I think, first started Roulette Records. It was one of his first labels that he had to give up. And then Morris Levy took it over because he was a thug, Morris Levy. I told you when I worked for Sony Music that my boss, Brian Kelleher, he was doing due diligence. They were going to buy Planetary. CBS Records or Columbia was going to buy Planetary Music. But they backed out because there was too many shady things that they found out. And one of them was that he had the rights to Hank Ballard's The Twist, and he's like, what do you do? And he knew, he said, what do you do? And he was talking to Morris Levy, who was actually being arraigned. I think he was going into prison for a whole bunch of bad stuff. But he died before he got into prison. He was not doing well, and he wanted to sell the company, or at least sell all the copyright to all the songs that they had under Planetary. So they said, "What are you doing with the Twist by Hank Ballard?" He says, "Well, we loaned him money and he never paid us back. He had the year to pay. There was no way he was going to pay you back by the end of the year. And he signed a legitimate contract. The lawyers drew it up and then he lost that." But anyway, interesting story. But let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, and we fill a request for Indrajit Advani. He wants to send this one out to all those of you in the chat room here, all these dedications here. This is a trio from, is it Coropolis? Is it Coropolis, Pennsylvania? Is it? Okay, there you go. Coropolis, Pennsylvania. This is their only release on Bobby Smith's Buzz label, which was out of New York City. This group, this trio, consisted of Don Chance, he was the lead singer, Sammy Long, and Jim Short. And this was a number 17 record on WEEP in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We go to April 59 by request for UK listener Indrajit Advani, sending it out to all you guys and gals in the chat room. The 3 Dots on Buzz Records. It's called Tiptoe.
Tiptoe, out my window I will go, 'cause you know I'm in love with you so, that's why I will tiptoe. Shh, uh-oh, shh, uh-oh, tiptoe. Come on baby, let me know, so that I can go on home, knowing that you love me so. Shh, uh-oh, shh, uh-oh, tiptoe, tippin', toeing, trying, oh, not to make a sound. Tiptoe. Come on, baby, let me know, so that I can go on home, knowing that you love me so. Shh, uh-oh, shh, uh-oh, tiptoe. Tiptoe, out my window I will go, 'cause you know I'm in love with you so, that's why I will tiptoe. Shh, uh-oh, shh, uh-oh, she's got me.
There you go. That's a by request for Indrajit Advani in the UK. Sending it out to all the chatters, the 3 Dots from April 59 on Buzz Records, song entitled Tiptoe. Johnny G tiptoeing through these 45's. The Copyright Police, they were there for one song. It was that Chapel of Dreams. But it says, I don't like it when they say your stream could be temporarily interrupted. Are you kidding? How stupid is that? But anyway, we continue in 1959. Let's fill a request for listener Juan Campoy. He requested this in the chat room last Saturday night. I think also, Chris Reed, you made a comment about this duo. They're called Gary and Green. This is on the Capri record label out of Hollywood, California. I have 3 or 4 records on this Capri label. 2 of them are very expensive, both the Dynamics and I think the Bonnievilles, which I do have. But this is a duet or a duo, written by Green and Harvey. I think Harvey is a disc jockey, a Los Angeles disc jockey named Rudy Harvey. And this is from 1959. This is for Juan Campboy, Gary and Green. It's called All Around the World. This is on the Capri label out of Hollywood, California.
All around the world, yes, it's true, and I found nobody take the place of you, so ooh-wee, I'm right back where I started from. Another start, so ooh-wee, I'm right back where I started from. Now if you were an angel flying way up there in the blue, know this sounds like a laugh, but I sprout wings and fly up to you. All around the world, yes, it's true, and I found nobody take the place of you, so ooh-wee, I'm right back where I started from.
Duos here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go for Juan Campboy and Chris Reed. 1959. Never dawned on me to think Vernon Green. Yeah, I think you're correct, Tony Barcia. That's Gary and Green on the Capri record label out of Hollywood, California. All Around the World is the name of the tune. We got a couple more to go in the year 1959. This is a flip side request from last week. Featured this group from Jacksonville, Florida. Request for Gordy Freeman, the debut single for the King Crooners. Came out on the Heart Record label. Heart Records out of Alabama, though, the label. The song was called Lonely Nights. Darrell Letts requested the flip side. It features John Stanberry on lead. This is early 1959. The King Crooners on the Heart label for Darrell Letts. It's called She's Mine, All Mine for Darrell.
With my girl, I don't want nobody messing with my girl. I don't want nobody messing with my girl. She's all mine, she mine, oh yes, mine. with my girl. No, no, I don't want nobody messing with my girl. I don't want nobody messing with my girl. She's all mine. She's mine. Oh yes, mine. All mine. I need her. I need no one alone. She's mine. Yes indeed. I love you, baby. Don't me maybe. Whoa, yeah, take it, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't want nobody messing with my girl. I don't want nobody messing with my girl. I don't want nobody messing with my girl. She's all mine. She's mine. Oh yes, mine, all mine. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
There you go. That's going out to Daryl Letts in our YouTube chat. And that's the King Crooners. The King Crooners, early 59, their debut single on the Heart record label, She's Mine. All Mine is the name of that one. John Stanberry, he's the lead singer on that tune. We got one last record out of the year 1959 as the Clovers return. We heard them an early side from, 1952 on Atlantic Records, or 55 if I'm losing my mind. But they return as a request for Joseph Smith, aka Oldies Fan, in our YouTube chat room. What does it say here? Okay, their manager Lou Krefetz, Krefetz, owned the. They signed. To sign with their manager, okay, he owned a label, Poplar Records, but he sold all the masters to United Artists, and United Artists put out 5 releases for the group. This was their second. Actually, this is a B-side. The A-side was a song called Love Potion No. 9, a big record for the group. I dare not play that side here on the program, but I can play the flip side, the tune written and produced by Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller. Again, John Buddy Bailey, he returns on lead. This is the B-side to Love Potion No. 9 from July 59, the Clovers. The Clovers on United Artists for Oldies Fan in our YouTube chat room. It's called Stay a While.
Please
B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go, the copyright police out again. It never ends there. There you go. Those are the Clovers by request for listener Joseph Smith, a.k.a. Oldies Fan, in our YouTube chat room. That's July 1959. That's a John Buddy Bailey on lead. Stay a While is the name of the tune. That's the flip side of Love Potion number 9, their second release on the United Artists record label. Let's move into 1960 now with a request for listener Ronnie Sherman as we go to Los Angeles, California for a group called the Titans. I think they were named after the Titan missile. I think that the government was put out there, that missile that they did. But this is their second to last release on Art Roup's Fidelity label, and this is from January of 1960. Now, this side features Charles Wright on lead. January 60, the Titans on Fidelity for listener Ronnie Sherman. It's called What Have I Done? The Titans.
But you did. Now you're telling me we're through, dear. What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Tell me, what have I done? What have I done? Oh, you know I've treated you like a queen on the throne, dear. Gave you everything I've ever owned, dear. Won't you tell me what have I done? What have I done? Whoa, it would take from now to eternity. Whoa, to repeat the things I've done to make you happy. Somewhere down the line I failed you. Tell me where, I'd like to know. Oh, darling, I gave you love sincerely from my heart, dear. Now you're telling me we have to part, dear. Oh no, oh no. This shouldn't be. How can it be? Won't you tell me what have I done? What have I done?
Lots of cool sounds of California tonight. Thank you all for requesting these. That is the Titans by request for Ronnie Sherman, January 1960 release on the Fidelity label. That's Charles Wright on lead. I think that's the same Charles Wright Reed, if I'm not mistaken, that would go on to lead the 103rd Street Watts Band. I think that's him. There you go, a song called What Have I Done? And let me see here if I could connect to Oldies and More Radio here, beginning right now, and I am. We are live right now. Just tuning in, those of you on Oldies and More Radio, welcome to Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show. On Saturday nights, it's the 1950s show. We're here from 9 p.m. Eastern Time till midnight, but we are now in Vinyl Treasure overtime, and we are counting down the music chronologically here by year. That's how I play the records, and we are in 1960 now, and let us fill a request here for listener Gary Hendren. Gary Hendren, and this is on Frank Papalardo's Casa Grande label. I guess the biggest hit on the Casa Grande label was by the Tune Weavers back in 1957. Happy, Happy Birthday Baby first came out on this label. But this is a label out of Woburn, Massachusetts. Now, the group is from Brockton, Massachusetts. They have 2 releases on the label. This was their first. The lead singer on this is a Big John Croft. This is from August of 1960 by request for Gary Hendren. Thank you for the email, Gary. The Blends on Casa Grande. It's called Now It's Your Turn.
Now it's your turn to love me forevermore. I love you, baby, until the day I die. I love you, baby, since you were sweet 16. Now it's your turn to be my teen queen. I love you, baby, until the day I
There you go. That's a cool tune. That's by request for Gary Hendren. Those are the Blends. That's a Big John Croft on lead from August 1960. It's on the Casa Grande record label. Now It's Your Turn is the name of the tune. The flip side is a killer ballad on that. And I remember when I bought this 45, I bought this from a dealer out of Massachusetts. His name was Mike Michelle. Used to put out a set sale list, had quantity on lots and lots of records like that one there. And I think he died young there. I met him at a Connecticut show, Stamford, Connecticut show. They used to have record shows on Friday nights. And a bunch of the guys here in town, they said, Johnny, we're going to the record show in Stamford. You want to go? I said, all right, I'll go. And I saw him there. It was a small venue. It was a small room. And he asked me, he goes, give me your, write down your address and I'll set you. I didn't like it because I hate these set sales, first come, first serve. Because I'm like, you're mailing it from Boston. By the time I get it, and I look through everything, I was buying everything that I needed at the time. So, I may send in a thing for, 100 records. It might total $3,000, but I come back with 4 records, and they're the crappiest records on the list. And so I kind of got upset. Victor Perlin, I told him, I said, Victor, I'm not buying your records. I says, you have a lot of records here, but you send me the list via email the day before I get it in the mail. It doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. But anyway, I digress. Let us continue here. We are 1960. Let's go back out to California. I really like this record, too. This is a request for listener Adrian Viterbo in Mexico. He's in our YouTube chat room. Now, for you collectors out there, it's much easier to find this 45, the second press on Bob Keene's Donna Records, but it's not easy to find it on the first label, WOW Records, W-O-W Records. The song written by Hal Davis. The singer is it says Hal Davis. But I think this is the Luther Bond and the Emeralds song, and I think they stole it. But the singer on this is Little Johnny McCall in an unknown vocal group. From October 1960 for Adrian Viterbo in Mexico. Little Johnny McCall on the first label, WOW Records. It's called My Love I Can't Hide. This is for Adrian.
It's written in a star that I love only you, and deep down inside of me, my love I can't hide. Oh, I try to pretend that I don't love you, but deep down inside of me, my love I can't hide. I do nothing but wonder and hoping that you come back, and I do nothing but wonder, hoping that you come back. I try to pretend that I don't love you, but deep down inside of me, my love I can't
As going out to Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. That is a hard record on that first label, WOW Records there, because Greg didn't have it. He was surprised that I had the original there. He was always like looking at it. He said, "Johnny, where'd you get this?" I says, "I don't know. I got it from somebody out in California there." Little Johnny McCall from October 1960, My Love I Can't Hide. That is a takeoff of Written in the Stars, as done by Luther Bond and the Emeralds. Johnny G here in Vinyl Treasure Overtime. Yes, I did, Sugar Bear Sterling. I did greet the Oldies and More network there. So Johnny G here on a Saturday. We are in Vinyl Treasure Overtime. We are in the year 1961 now. And again, if you're new to the program, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Tell your friends about it as we continue. We go to Brooklyn, New York, as we fill a request for listener Mnon. This is the group's first of two on George and Sam Goldner's Segway label. Tune written by Hank Hunter with, who is this with? Oh, wait. Written by Hank Hunter with Charlie Sheridan, Jack Pryor, Joe Cavanna bass, and the lead singer Tony Mazza. They had two releases, Charlene, on Radar Records prior to this or after this. I don't know. March 61. These are the Classmates. I think Tom Shaughnessy I think you like this record too. But this is for Amnon, and we'll send it out to Tom Shaughnessy. These are the Classmates on the Segway label. The song is called Here Comes Susie for Amnon.
Well, here comes Susie, she is my girl. She has me in the world, but I love her so, yeah, go. Well, here comes Susie, she is my baby, and I'll never say maybe, but I love her so, yeah, go. Shake a bum. Susie, she is my baby, and I'll never say maybe, but I love her so, yeah, go. Shake a bum. I'll never let you down. She is my girl, she has me in a world, and I love her so, yeah, go. Shake a bum. I'll never let you go. Shake a bum.
There you go. That's by request for listener Amnon there. Those are the Classmates. We'll also send it out to Tom Shaughnessy because I know he likes that record. March 61, the Classmates on Segway with Here Comes Susie. Let's move into 1961. This record appropriate, I guess, for this time of year because it will be summer. What, on Wednesday? Thursday, I think, the 20th. I think will be summer. Is it the 20th or the 21st? I forget. But this is a request for listener Bob Hannis. He wants to send this one out to Charlene. This is not an easy record to find either. This group out of Chicago. It's their only release on the Bandera record label. This is from March 61. Let's give a listen to the Epics. The Epics on Bandera Records. By request for Bob Hannis, and he wants to send this one out to Charlene Whiteside, my administrative assistant. The song is called Summer's Coming In, the Epics.
Summer's coming in.
Spring is almost over. Summer's coming in. The bees are in clover. Summer's coming in, but my dear's going away. When summer's so near, my dear's going away. When summer
but my dear's going so far away when summer is so near. I need her right by my side to be my guide and to show me the way. Oh, please don't leave me. I need your love so bad. You are my flowers, my sun, my moon. My eyes are filled with teardrops, and I shall look for a prayer if you ever leave. Oh, please don't.
April 61 release there for the Epic. I'm sorry, March 61 release there for the Epics by request for Bob Hannes in our YouTube chat room. I say hi to Bob, sending it out to Charlene Whiteside. Those are the Epics on Bandera. Summer's coming in. Not an easy record to find. I paid a lot of money for that. Spence Wooten offered me that 45 a number of years ago, and I've never really seen another copy up there for sale, but it's a hard one there. As we continue in 1961, let's fill a request for Jim Lampley in Texas. We go back to Chicago for this group. They had one release on Armand Jump Jackson's LaSalle label, which was also out of Chicago. And the lead singer of this group previously sang lead with the Flamingos. You got to be kidding me. Copyright on that record? What? The lead singer of this group previously sang lead with the Flamingos and also the Moroccos that recorded for the United label back in 1955. Now he's doing lead with this group called the Chanteurs or Chanteurs. Chaunteurs. And this is with the King Colax and his band. And this is from April of 61 by request for Jim Lampley. Solly McElroy, he's the lead singer on this, the Chanteurs on LaSalle. It's called New Rockin' Baby for Jim in Texas.
I've got a new rockin' baby. She's all about me. Rockin' baby, Mary Plum.
I'm gonna rock my woman, rockin' till she falls asleep. I'm gonna rock my pretty baby.
She's deep in the kitchen with her feet in the hall. Baby, bum.
Go with that cold ending there. Those are the Chanteurs. Chanteurs, that's Solly McElroy on lead, April 61 release. That's for Jim Lampley in Texas. New Rockin' Baby is the name of the tune. That's on the LaSalle record label. Now, three of the members of this group would later on record with the Shy-Lights as members of the Shy-Lights. Let us continue here in Vinyl Treasure Overtime with another B-side of a big hit. This is by request for listener Gary Hendren, this singer from Yuma, Arizona. Had a big hit with a song called Pretty Little Angel Eyes, a tune written by Phil Spector and Tommy Boyce of Boyce and Hart fame in the mid-1960s. But of course, Tommy Boyce had earlier releases, I think on RC, well, actually before Glow Records, maybe, I think. But he also wrote the flip side of this 45, produced by Phil Spector. It's his third of 9 on the Dunes record label. Group backing here, the uncredited Halos are backing this singer up. His name is Curtis Lee. Halos, of course, had a hit with their tune called Nag on 7 Arts Records in 1961. But let's go to June 61 with this great ballad B-side here for Gary Hendren, Curtis Lee, and the uncredited Halos on the Dunes record label. It's called Gee, How I Wish You Were Here. This is for Gary Hendren.
How I wish you were here tonight to love me and how I miss you tonight. I need you here beside me to hold me and love me. Oh, gee, how I wish you were here. Wish you were here. And oh, I'm so lonesome tonight. I can't stop thinking of you. You're my every dream come true. What would I do without you to hold me and love me? Oh, gee, how I wish you were here. If you would only call just to say hello, how happy I would be. Just to hear your voice saying I love you would mean so much to me. How I wish you were here tonight to love me and how I miss you tonight. I need you here beside me to hold me and love me. Oh, gee, how I wish you were
B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That's Curtis Lee and the uncredited Halos backing him up from June 61, Gee How I Wish You Were Here. It's on the Dunes record label. That's a request for Gary Hendren. The A-side, a big hit for him, called Pretty Little Angel Eyes, a 45 my aunt purchased, had in her collection that she would play for me all the time. Yes, as we continue here, got one more in the year 1961. We fill a request for listener Ronnie Sherman. Charlene, I saw this on 45 Cat, that this record is out of Beaumont, Texas. It's kind of like, I don't know about Beaumont, Texas. I don't believe that. But this, well, I don't know, maybe Deb Records. I mean, there's a lot of Deb Records here. And this says here, she's got here Bill Hall and John Clement. I don't know about that. It's just what was on 45 Cat. I really can't really check that. But I know that they originally had 57. That is not the case. This record is from 61. Tune written by this lead singer on this. His name is Wilbert Lombard. It's William Lombard and the Cartels. It's from 61. It's on a label called Deb Records. And I don't know if this is the Deb Records from the East Coast because the numbering is off, but it's the it's got the CP. And maybe Big Dave, you know, the CP dash, that pressing plant. So I think this might be from, you know, maybe around the Cincinnati, Ohio area, if I were even going to guess. If not, I don't know about New York City. But either way, I just question that information. I think they were looking at publishing on this. And maybe it's a song. But anyways, for Ronnie Sherman, 1961, Wilbert Lombard and the Cartels on Deb Records. It's called Lovely, Wonderful, Beautiful. This is for Ronnie Sherman.
Lovely, that's what you are. I want you always, I love you all my days. Oh, so wonderful, it describes you best, and I love you, I really do. Oh, you're so beautiful, and I love you, and I need you, I really do. What you are.
As going out to listener Ronnie Sherman, 1961 release there for Wilbert Lombard and the Cartels. It's on the Deb record label. Lovely, Wonderful, and Beautiful. I sometimes play the flip side of this, which is good too. That's How We'll Be. But I'm telling you, let me see, Nash Bow Music. Lombard gets the writer credits here. I don't know. It says here, I agree with the publishing thing, but I don't know. It just doesn't look like a. Maybe it is. well, wait a minute. Maybe it is. Johnny G does. I don't know. I gotta research that. I gotta think about that record a little bit more. But anyway, let's continue here, because we're gonna go to 1962 now. Fill a request for listener Timothy as we go to Brooklyn, New York for this singer. His real name was Hartley Schwartzberg, but he would change it to Lee Adrian. First recording for RCA Records back in 1958. Then in 1960, he has a release on the Ridgecroft record label. Then he had 2 releases on Gabriel Olier's SMC Pro Art label, which is out of New York City. This is his second release from October 62 for Timothy. Let's give a listen to Lee Adrian on SMC. It's called School is Over. This is for Timothy.
School is over, a college year is through. I'm coming home to see only you. I've counted the hours, the minutes of the day, till summer vacation would be on its way. Thanks for your letters with thoughts so sincere. They made it seem as if you were here. You were sent from heaven up above, and now you've become my first true love. You're so adorable, so precious to behold. The greatest treasure, worth more than gold. We'll walk together, we'll stroll along the shore. Oh, my darling, it's you I adore. You'll wear my ring for everyone to see. That you will always belong to me.
That's by request for Timothy there, Lee Adrian and a group. I don't know what group that is, but it's his second release on the SMC record label, October 62. School is Over is the name of the two. School is probably almost over, if not yet over for a lot of the students now as we get into summer here. But let's continue in 1962. Let's fill a request for Josue Perez in our YouTube chat room. We heard from this group earlier, Vernon Green and the Medallions. We heard them earlier with a song called Edna, but this is a later release here on Aki Aliong's Pan World record label, which is out of Hollywood, California. A tune written by lead singer Vernon Green, and it's not an easy record to find, so it's from 1962. We'll send it out, this by request for Josue. Also send it out to Bob Bosco's wife, Anne. I know that he likes this record, or she likes this record. Vernon Green and the Medallions on Pan World Records. It's called Dear Anne, for Josue and for Anne.
Dear Anne,
haven't heard from you since heaven knows when. I hope you're well. Who can tell, dear Anne? I'm writing this letter to let you know that I still adore you and miss you so. For 3 years I've shed a tear for you, dear Anne. Just had to tell you just how it goes. Answer soon, won't you please, dear Anne? Oh yes, yes, I love you.
Sounds of California here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go. That one there for Josue Perez in our YouTube chat room. 1962, Vernon Green and the Medallions on Pan World Records. Dear Anne is the name of the tune. Another record not easy to find. So is this next one here, a request for listener Adrian Viterbo in Mexico as we stay in Los Angeles here. And it's the debut single for this group. It's on George Mottola's Marquee Records. And the group included Ralph Chestnut, bass, his cousin Morris Chestnut, also James Moore, and a female lead who wrote this tune. Her name is Helen Simpson, featuring the true first press of this, which is on the Black Marquee record label. This also came out, you may own this 45 on the Orange label, but this is the first press, and it's a typo here on the title. This is from March 62 for Adrian Viterbo. These are the vows on Marquee, and it should be I Want a Chance, but it says I Wanna a Chance. That's how the first press came out. Either way, it's a great tune for Adrian. The Vows on Marquee. I Want a Chance.
Ooh.
That's going out to Adrian Viterbo, listening in Mexico. Is in our YouTube chat room. The debut single for the Vows, March 62, with Helen Simpson on lead on the Marquee record label. The true first press there. It's expensive, it is. It's called I Wanna a Chance. No, it's I Want a Chance is the name of the tune. 3 more 45s to go before Johnny G signs off here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Here's a flip side request from last week. Featured the Rialtos from the Bronx, New York, for listener Tommy Albergo. And the ballad side of this, a song called It Hurts. The flip side is a cool up-tempo. I think this is the intended A-side of their 45, if I'm not mistaken. It features Douglas Rodriguez on lead. This is a request for Daryl Letts, November 1963, the Rialtos on the CB record label. It's called Let Me In, for Daryl. That's going out to Daryl Letts in our YouTube chat room. That's November 63 release of the Rialtos there. Douglas Rodriguez on lead. The Rialtos on the CB record label. Let Me In is the name of the tune. In 1966, they recorded it for as the Latin Souls on the Cap label. I saw that record in the box there. I got to pull that out to listen to there. 2 more 45s to go as we wind down here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's move into 1964 with this request for listener Bob Cruz. This is on Vince Rago's Richie record label. Now, the A side of this is an instrumental called, I gotta see here. Charlie don't have it. It's called The Leopard. I think this is a self-contained group here because they get writer credit on the 45, or at least on 45 Cat it mentions. This group, the flip side though, is what Bob Cruz in Maryland requested, and it's a nice ballad from April 64. They're called the Galaxies. Now this group included Richard Beaton, William Spots, Francis Orte, Charles Charles Lingener and Roger Syracuse and Harry Wilkinson. So I think they played all their instruments. I don't know who the lead singer is on this, but it's from April 64. This is for Bob Cruz in Maryland, the Galaxies on Richie. It's called Dear Someone for Bob.
Dear someone, you're causing my heart disaster. Please change these teardrops to laughter. Oh, don't you love me after all? Dear someone, the other time you were playing, all of the time I was saying I love you. If my world was a world of dreams, I could dream you here to me. But it's not quite as simple as that, my dear. 'Cause life's not a dream. So just say, dear someone, you're causing my heart disaster. Please change these teardrops to laughter. Oh, don't you love me after all?
There you go, by request for listener Bob Cruz in Maryland there, The Sound of the Galaxies. That's the B-side of the 45. It's on Vince Rago's Richie Records out of Delaware. April 64, the Galaxies with Dear Someone. Well, that's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show. I want to thank you for joining Johnny G, listening to these cool 45s. Actually, your requests out of my collection. If you want to get in touch with me, send me your requests at vinyltreasures@aol.com. And if you missed any of the program, hopefully YouTube will not block it. But I still have a whole slew of shows to put up on my website. I did put the Wednesday show up there because they blocked it, and so many people were contacting me to tune in. But it should be okay. Sometimes the copyrights that come on are probably for the ones they block in Russia. I don't know how their stupid artificial intelligence or algorithm works. But it's ridiculous. It's just all the time and effort that Charlene and I put into the show, they blocked the damn thing. I think it's just ridiculous. But anyway, so I hope you enjoyed the show tonight. This is the only time I get to hear my 45s, really. So thank you all for being here. I'll be back next Saturday night beginning at 9 p.m. again. So if you have your requests, send them to me. I'll be back coming this Wednesday. I'll be on for the Soul Show at 9 p.m., 9 to midnight, also on Oldies and More Radio. And then Thursday, I'll be doing the All 78 show. So tune into that if you're into it. It's a day show. So a lot of people are up. A lot of people have to go to bed now. Tomorrow's Father's Day, I understand. I got to wish all the fathers a happy Father's Day out there. I hope you enjoy your day tomorrow. Should be a nice day here. We're supposed to have a lot of, I think my entire family is coming tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. So they haven't been here for a while. So it should be nice for my father, who's been problematic, but he'll be okay tomorrow. He needs that stimulation. But anyway, thank you all for being here. We're going to close the show tonight with a request for Josue Perez. This group out of San Pedro, California, first recorded as The Chance on on Chuck Markowitz Night Owl label, but he decided to change the name of the group to the Galahads. Now, this is not the same Galahads group that recorded for the Adelfi record label. The A-side of this is a nice rendition of the tune Sad Girl. The flip side is excellent too, by the way. And that's the side that Josue requested. It features Leon Booker on lead. Our closer is from May 65. These are the Galahads on the Starla label. I first came out on Beechwood. I showed you the Beechwood label, but it's not in great shape. I should have picked the one up that I saw in the collection. I didn't do it. That was a mistake. These are the Galahads featuring it on the second label, Starla Records. It's called Keeper of Dreams for Josue Perez. Thank you all again. Thank you, Charlene, again for your help and the excellent research and helping me with the show, as she always does. I will see you next time here, folks. All happy Father's Day to all the dads out there, and have a safe and happy week. I'll see you next time right here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Just want to say, everybody, so long for Josue Perez, the Galahads.
Could you please send me someone to love? Send me someone with long, dark